Hello, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 95 of Building the Batmobile Tumbler from Hachette. In this issue, we're doing a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on. Not many parts supplied, but lots of screws. We're getting lots of things together, which is one of my favourite things to do on these builds. But before we get to that, we're looking at Catwoman, which is always a nice thing to do. Professional thief and thrill seeker. Anne Hathaway was Catwoman in the Dark Knight and trilogy. Here we go. That's that. And look, that's all we're going to do. That's all. And the rest of the book is the building part of things, which is going to be interesting. We got, let's say, lower left panels and loads of screws. We're putting the chassis, we're putting the lights into the headlights into the chassis. We're fitting the battery box to the underside of the interior and the circuitry. We're fitting the entire interior to the chassis. There's some mechanisms, the speaker going in and connection up assemblies, tightening screws, putting screws in, locating holes and tightening screws. Now ready for the next stage, which isn't the next stage, it's still this stage. We've got the console assembly and the middle bit to put in. Attach that in, and the back gets attached to the. It's all coming together. Look at this, and even the top bit, we put that on the top and everything, and we end up with not completed, but it's getting there. With lots of electrics wired up as well. So yeah, I will get straight to that next time. The left panel and cylinders, building up more armor plating around the outside. So let me clear this out of the way. Let me bring in all of the parts that we've got so far, basically, and see exactly what it is that we're going to be doing today. So the parts supplied in this issue, we've got these plastic underside pieces and lots of different screws, which we're going to be using, obviously, most of very soon. But first of all, I have dug out the bulbs from way back when, issue 30 something, I think that was. So we need 32C is cable 8. These are nicely labelled on the plugs. So that is 9. We need 8 and 9, and we need the main chassis piece that we've got there. We're going to be putting the bulbs into there. To C on the left, D on the right. So we're getting this one plugged into 2 holes up here. As they're right next to each other, it's going to make no difference which way round they go. But I'm going to have the middle one being the middle one. Why not? So that's going in there. There even. Just say which way round I'm doing it and do it the other way round. That one can go in that side. They just fill in those gaps there. We've got another hole next to that. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but we'll get this side plugged in just the same. They're quite a nice tight fit in there. So that is that. Then we need the electrics, which I've got prepared already as well. We need the switch. Sorry, let's have a look. Retrieve the battery box and switch 5. Okay, yep, so we're going to need the switch and the battery box. I'm going to leave the batteries in it. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm bringing the interior piece and get all of that together. So here we go. We've got the interior that we've been building up over many, many weeks, which has got all the bulbs fitted. The outsides there. They're all still where they should be. Good. And there's the instrument panel at the middle there is obviously illuminated as well. So we need that way up. And we're going to do some fitting of things. I've got the battery box, the electrics, and the speaker. These are all being fitted onto there. We've got the battery box going there. Speaker, obviously, going there. And the circuit is going in that other corner there with that way round. On there. Just about there. Yeah, there we go. So that's all held in place with lots of screws and tape, as you can see in picture 7, just up the top there. Yes, so let me get all those screwed in place and taped in place as well. That's, get that right way around so it's coming out the side there. There we go. Right, yes, going to take a little bit of working out which cables have got to go which way, and looks like probably plugging in the other things as well. Yeah. So I need the main board, 4 XP screws, which I've got there. EP screws we need as well, and EP screws as well. Yeah. Right, let me get all of this done. I'll plug this in, get it taped down, and show you what it looks like once that bit's completed. Okay, there we go. That's a lot tidier now. All cabled up. We've got lots coming out this side. We've got several coming out this side as well, and everything else all taped up and wired together, as is the switch. Then we need to bring in the chassis back again, like so, and we need to plug it together. We need to get these plugged into this. So to do that, we need it to be, double check my instruction manual. Yeah, it's dealing with that way up and that way up. So we've got it down there. Then this comes along here, and we get these all connected up. So they're all pretty easy. We've got numbers on all of these. We've got 9 and 9. We've got there 8. We're going to 8. I'm just hoping that all of these are going to be, the right ones. We've got all around here. There we go. There's another one there, which is 4. 2. There's 4. Okay, we've got one all over there, which is not going to stretch, which is 3. So I'm assuming that's going to be that other one there. And there should be one more. Another one somewhere. There it is. That is 2. 2 and 2. So yeah, that one has got to go into the last one. But then it does get turned over as well. So let me turn that over. I'm not fighting against everything. Get that last one plugged in there. 3. And it is 3, so that's good. That will plug it in there. And then we can get this married into there. Cable's all out of the way. It goes underneath there. They're all tucked underneath that dash. We need to get this side connected up to there. And that post goes into there. These wires, again, staying on the inside there. Got to do that on there, like that, but further in. And the same on the other side. I'm making sure everything doesn't fall out. That in there, that in there. Right, I'm going to finish this bit off behind the scenes because I need to manipulate it in about 12 different dimensions. Everything connected together and the wires all under there. So let me get that connected together and then probably get it all tightened up with some screws. Right, that's that all in and tightened up. I have put in several screws on the bottom A couple from the outside here. There are 2 more that I've got to attach now from the top next to these shock absorbers here. I've got IM screws for those. One of those is going in out there. It is nicely built. I mean, I know I've done it, but you know, it's got some nice construction to it. It's got some weighty build to it. It's all going together nicely. I haven't had any real sort of fit issues, except for that first one with the ailerons not being quite right. There we go. We're getting there. That's that. I'll tighten up the other side. Then I need to bring in the center console. So let me get this finished off and then bring in the middle bit that goes in the center bit. Right, 2 more screws to attach, which I've just done. They were in those holes that I mentioned next to the headlights. They actually tightened the dashboard to hold that nice and secure. So that is now not coming loose from there at all. Right, we've got the center console, which goes obviously in the center there. We've got the 4 posts that will lock that in place. We'll go in the holes, because, yeah, there we go. So that goes in there, and we got 4 EP screws that will hold that together. Once I turn that over and locate where they will be, I'll be going all the way through the frame in 1, 2, 3, and 4 places. So through the flat frame, through the floor, and into that section. Right, I shall get this done now and then come back to you when I've got the back part, the afterburner section, to attach now. Right, so that's that all attached, and the 2 wires that come out the back of it plugged into the correct place. We've got 1 more wire to plug in at the moment, and that is from our afterburner section. That we need to get the right way round. I believe is that way out. We've got plug 19, which goes into there. Let's get that plugged in. Find somewhere to rest that while I do that. That is the afterburner light connected. I put a couple of bits of tape to hold these out of the way. It says exactly as placed in, and I can't quite tell exactly where it's putting it. I think it seems to be to the back of this. Right, anyway, I'll get those types into the right place and then get that attached on there. There's 8 screws that hold this together onto the back there. So let me get that done, because I'm not going to be able to show you that because it's dodgy angles and balancing and stuff. So once that's on, then I need to bring in the roof assembly as well. So I'll see you in just a sec. Right, there we go. That's that all attached and secured and plugged in and all sorted out. I have got the tie outer bit. I've, as instructed, taped the wires up out the way so we can get to them. That then needs to go on here. And the trick is going to be getting it on there. So, yeah, let me get that sorted out off camera because I need to manipulate and everything else. And then I need to plug these wires in, and apparently they all sit behind the passenger seat there, which, yeah, you can't see behind there anyway because it's all covered up. So let me manipulate that and get that on there, get the wires plugged in, and then we'll see how it looks once that's done. And that is the end of this stage. So I'll see you in just a sec for the final bit. I know this one's been a long one, but it has been nice. I've enjoyed it a lot. So I'll see you in just a sec to look at the finished bit. Right, I'm not quite ready to connect it all up yet because you've got to route these wires up under this bulkhead because a couple of them are very, very short. And they've got to connect to a couple on the top panel. So what I've actually done is taken the passenger seat out, which meant loosening a few screws and adjusting the circuit board. So, yeah, because 2 of the screws are underneath the circuit board. So I've had to loosen a few bits, move that about, get to those screws, take these two out as well. Sorry. Take those two out as well, so I can get the seat out. So I can now get to that, and I should be able to put the seat back in without a problem. I've also brought up the other connection. So those two and those I've got to connect up now. But I'm pretty sure these have got to come up through there anyway, because I've got to plug those in somewhere. This is the best place of having them. So that's how that's going to be. So now I can get this top panel on. And then I've got a bit of access, great deal of access, to plug everything together in there, get this all connected, and then I can put the seat back in. And I can still get to these wires when I need to for the next bit when we're plugging in the bits on the front. So let me play around with that and see how it looks once I get that bit done. Right, there we go. That is that all attached. Well, this isn't attached. This is just put in place. But the seat's put back in. All the cables connected. I've got all the other cables coming out here ready to be connected. I'll put a bit of tape around there just to sort of hold them in place. We've still got like that whole bundle, and one on there and one on there. I can't remember exactly what's what. It's got to be the canopy opening bit and lights on the canopy probably. I can't remember anything else, but everything else seems to be connected. I haven't plugged it in and tried it again. I'm tempted to, but not right now. I've got so many other things to do. I'm just making sure everything else is still connected and in the right places, basically, where it's all been moved around so much. One of these bits did come off. I did actually have to take the back off again as well, because I had a couple of these connection pieces. Where have we got? These silver bits that you can't see because the camera's not set up for that. These bits, one of them was caught on the inside, so I've had to free that up. So they're both going out to the outside again now, and everything's good to go. And I've lost one of them. That's going to be around somewhere. I've always had that a bit loose. Keep thinking about gluing it in place, but I haven't. I will now once I locate it. So that is that. Next time we're continuing with the same thing, and we're going to be attaching this in place as well. So I'm looking forward to that as well, but it's not quite so in-depth. So thanks for watching. Stay safe. I shall see you for more very soon. Bye-bye for now.